Callum, we're back in for 2022, the first camp of 2022. It must have felt like a long time since coming back in. How happy are you to be back with the lads?
Yeah, it's always exciting to meet all the boys again. Obviously you see them from afar and what the lads are doing for their clubs, but it's nice to obviously meet up and see the staff and get back training with the boys again. We left it well from November. We obviously got a good few results, and so you always have that extra energy to come back after a good few results, and we started the week well in training, so hopefully that can continue.
I mean, it comes off the back of quite an amazing year for yourself and the Ireland team, but looking at yourself, 2021 seemed to be the year where Callum Robinson really grew into the Ireland shirt. Do you really feel like it was a year of growth for you after what was quite a frustrating time maybe with COVID and injuries before that?
Yeah, I think obviously from the start I was so grateful to be given the opportunity under Martin, but I was still young and trying to understand the game in the Championship at the time at Preston, and then and obviously international football was completely different. It's such a high level, so I always knew it was going to take me a couple of years to get to where I am now and what I've achieved club and for country. And then yeah, obviously the gaffer coming in the end, and different way of playing, different style, and it suits me to the ground really. I know I've loved every minute of it under the gaffer, and it's helped me develop, learn more tactically as well. So and then obviously the goals and my performances have come through now, which I probably owed the country and the fans, to be honest, because they've obviously had to sort of wait for me to develop as a player and mature as a player at this level, and hopefully in the last year or two I've been able to show them what I can do. It's disappointing with all the corona stuff what was going on, but yeah, definitely the last year or two I've really enjoyed my football, and I think we've got closer as a group and we're understanding each other a lot more, so it's been really good.
Well, you definitely showed the Ireland fans what you could do, probably starting with September out in Azerbaijan. It was a difficult week going into that game, long trip of course, and then all the other stuff around that. How did you compartmentalise that what was going on there to produce those 2 goals, to produce that performance you did on that night? Yeah,
I think it gave me more fire in my belly, and I know that's just me being honest. Like, as footballers, you always give your 100%, and that's no matter what. But from what happened that week, it gave me more fire in my belly that I wanted to basically show what I could do on the pitch. There was a lot of talk off it, and I wanted to perform that night, and we needed to get a result to give ourselves a chance. And obviously away from home, it's always tough. But the lads were great that evening, and I was happy to help them. Obviously with the 2 goals, should have probably had a hat trick that night, but I never got that in the end. But it was a special night, and there's a few turning points within that season. But I think that was a big one, definitely. And the boys stuck with me that week, and I was happy to repay them with a couple of goals. And as I said, we got that big win away from home.
Yeah, I suppose another turning point would have been the game just after that. You made 2 goals into 5 in a week, a hat-trick, an international hat-trick, in front of what was a sold-out Aviva at the time in a friendly match. Yeah. So many memories must stick out from that night. What was the one which sticks out to you?
Probably running away when I scored my 3rd goal, because I knew from the Saturday I had obviously I scored 2 goals, and I had two good chances, a header and a shot in the box where I could have got my hat-trick the 3 nights before that. So and after my 2nd goal, the penalty, Duffs was like, you'll get your hat-trick tonight. And it was on my mind a little bit, because I was thinking, I can't mess this opportunity up, because we had so much time left in the game. So to obviously get that hat trick, it felt amazing when I was running off with the fans, etc. It was an unbelievable feeling, and probably one of my best in my career so far.
It was probably the night where you became more than just another Ireland player, really. Scoring an international hat-trick probably puts you on a different pedestal to that. And then the support around for Callum Robinson, the CR7, you know, started to... tell us what you make of all of that. It's great, isn't it?
Yeah, obviously it's good. It's a bit of fun as well. Because, let's get it right, obviously, Cristiano Ronaldo is unbelievable.
Not here.
Yeah, I know, he's unbelievable. But it's nice to obviously have a little name to myself, and I think I've wanted the 7 shirt from way back when I got in, and I think I was 14 for a bit, and then 12, and I've always wanted the 7 shirt. I think Matt Doherty had it before, and I don't think he was that pleased that I got it. And then obviously with the goals, I've been able to keep hold of it. But yeah, it's good, and I never knew how big, obviously, to get the hat trick. I was just buzzing to get the hat trick, but then obviously when after the game, when obviously I found out that Robbie Keane was the last person to get a hat trick, and that's Robbie Keane, is a legend. So obviously I'm honoured to obviously get that hat trick, and hopefully there's I wouldn't say many more, because it's not easy to score an international goal, let alone 3. But hopefully if I can have that experience again, that'd be amazing.
You mentioned Ronaldo, obviously playing for Portugal. The one thing which stuck out in my performance, in your performance for against Portugal that night, was just how confident you seemed to be. You know, coming from club to country, scoring the goals for Ireland that you have. Do you feel almost more confident now when you're putting on the Ireland shirt, when you're turning up for Ireland?
Yeah, definitely. And I think that's down to obviously the staff and tactically how we do it, and the players, because we've got a really good group now. And that's not saying that before I was still, as I said before, I was still developing at that stage when I was 23, 24. But now I'm at a good age, and the team's developing at the same time. So it's a good environment to be around, and I think that's why we've got the confidence and the belief now, because we know that we've got the players in that dressing room who are good footballers, who want to get on the ball and play, and that helps me, and the staff tactically now helps my game as well. So I definitely have that belief. And before that Portugal game, I never had one feeling in my mind that we was gonna lose that game, and that's obviously a massive positive for the country, because in other games, etc., we'd be sort of buzzing to get that draw, and we were buzzing to get that draw, and you could see in the stadium we were, but we still after thought we could have probably won that game. And that's how far we've come, and I said it in the interview after the game, we've come so far to be drawing against Portugal and not feeling, we were really happy and buzzing, but we thought we could have maybe nicked it and got the win in the end. So we're going in the right direction, and obviously now we've got Belgium coming up, and like, we all still have that same belief going into Saturday.
There was just one more final goal from the year, obviously that fantastic win out in Luxembourg. It was a properly great night, especially for all the fans, which sold out, and 1,000 fans travelled across, the proper Irish support after all the COVID empty stadium stuff. That was something to behold. But your goal in particular, that team goal, that just shows where we've come, the dynamism around the team. Yeah,
definitely. Away from home's always tough in international level. It's really tough, and obviously it was a nice touch as well, because how far we've come from the Luxembourg at home, where that was probably our biggest defeat, and we was down in the dumps at that stage. And we knew that we was better as a group, but we knew that we was getting better. But it was a tough stage. We had a lot of young lads, and with the corona as well going around, it was tough for the gaffer, tough for the players, and we was down there for that home game. But then it just proved how far a year when we went there, and what I liked about it as well the most was the character within that night, because the first half we didn't do so well. We didn't have our patterns of play. They were probably, wouldn't say the better side, but we were just lacking that little bit of energy and spark. And then to have that character and that belief to go out in the second half and score 3 goals, and all different types of goals. But as I said, my one just proved sort of how far we've come as a group. The counter attack that was top quality, and if anyone would have seen Belgium have a counter attack like that,
Yeah.
or Portugal, or England or Italy. That's the level that counter attack was, and the vision of and the weight of pass from Jimmy to 90, and then to 90 to come on at his age as well in a big game and not go for the shot, because 2-0 up at 23 years old, I probably would have went for the volley, to be fair. But that's the quality that we've got now in the group. He's a young lad, and he's put it across to me. And obviously, I was buzzing to get that goal. I worked hard all night as well, trying to get the goal. So, but yeah, that I like that, because where we was, Luxembourg at home to Luxembourg away, just a million miles away.
Yeah, and now we start 2022 with a huge game at the Aviva Stadium, almost sold out, a friendly match almost sold out against Belgium. How much are you just looking forward to getting back?
Yeah, I'm buzzing for Saturday. It's weird, you just get a mad feeling when you obviously come into the country. It's like all week you're just waiting on it, and when you get to the final bit, like now, a couple of days before the game, you can just think what Aviva's going to be like before the game, and then as the game's going on, visualise it. It's an unbelievable experience, and I'm really looking forward to the game, definitely.
Well, good luck on Saturday. Hopefully you get the win.
Thank you.